Hello. Oh, you can say hello to my finger because it was accidentally in here as I'm trying to get this to balance. This is my iPad, not my phone, so I'm trying to stay. Good iPad. Hi. So I'm sitting here a bit early for work, and I thought I would take the time to make another video. You like my earrings? You like my earrings? Yeah, see there. They're clip-ons. I'm not pierced. Something I never got around to doing, really. I just never had that pierced ear fetish when I was in 3rd grade. So, as many little girls do. So it's kind of something I missed. I just know with my luck they're going to get infected. I have that kind of skin. Enough about that. Today I want to talk about something that I think a lot of people have questions about. And that is whether or not film school is worth the money and the time and the loss of sanity. And it's not a cut and dry answer. It's not a yes or no question. There's a lot that goes into it. And I can only... Sorry, I'm so itchy. You know what? I can't wear earrings for too long so my ears either itch or start hurting. There. Better. R.I.P. earrings. Until a little later. It's so silly. I can only speak about my experience at my school. Yours may have been different. Depends on where you go. I'm going to try not to name my school, though if you know me, you know what it is. It's just that I don't want to run the risk of, like, somebody who works there stumbling upon it and possibly getting offended at what I say. Not that I'm going to say anything disparaging about them. I think there's just a lot to cover, and they might agree with what I have to say or they might not agree with what I have to say, and I don't want it to be a mess. So, let's start out by talking about how I wound up in a film program. I actually did not start out my higher education life with the intention of going to film school. If you find that hard to believe. Your girl was once an elementary education major. I guess it kind of worked out that way because of where I work for my day job right now. But, anyway, I did that. And I left not because I didn't like the children. I love children, believe me. So anyone who knows me knows that. And I liked working with them. I enjoyed that very much. But I feel like being in that program made me remember why I struggled so much in school. Not so much academically. I had my moments of academic struggle, but it was mostly emotional struggle with the teachers who were there. It made me remember why I hated so many of my teachers, because they had gone through this system where the professors all have these archaic ideas of learning and they won't really accept a lot of creativity, and that's a video for another time. That's a whole other can of worms. And also I found it to be a very toxic environment, because if you've been through an education program, you know it's estrogen city. It is 90% women. I know somebody's gonna cry, internalized misogyny. But it's like, well, I've seen it firsthand. I mean, this was like, of course, I'm not gonna be able to get through this without a movie reference. Have you ever seen Glengarry Glen Ross? Right? Either the movie or the play version. Picture that, but all women. That's what an education program is. Crayons are for closers only. You want to learn arithmetic? You go home and play with your kids. Where did you learn your trade, you idiot? Where did you learn to work with women? That was an okay Pacino impression. I don't know, my mom probably wouldn't like that. She's obsessed with Pacino, so I wonder what she would think about that if she saw it. I found them to be very catty. Like, they would flat out tell me when I worked in groups, my fellow girls would tell me, like, no, your idea is dumb. That's dumb. I don't like that. And I'd be like, oh, okay. I thought we're here to learn how to teach 3rd graders, not act like them. So I was all done with that. I switched briefly to linguistics, not because I intended to stick with it, but because my grades were in the toilet. And one of the few things I really, really did well in consistently throughout my life was foreign language. Maybe that's because I was raised in a bilingual home. That could be it. I just got to do a little time check. Okay, I got to go in a little bit. But, and part of your requirements for a linguistics major is to take foreign language courses, and I took plenty of those. I tested into, as a freshman, some like senior and grad level French courses, and I did pretty well in those. So that got my grades up a little bit. But I knew I always wanted to do film because I'm a writer first and foremost. That's what my first love, what I really consider myself to be first before a filmmaker. And I'd always loved, I love storytelling, sure, and I always imagined my stories like a movie. And what I really love is dialogue. Dialogue is probably my favorite thing to write in the world. And I actually struggle less with that than I do with writing setting, description, everything. And I thought, what perfect, and let's face it, probably more employable way to put that love to use than to study film. I mean, I'm not saying that film is the most employable career field ever, especially if you live in Massachusetts, not New York or California. But I don't know, I just feel like it's a little more, I feel like you can probably have a better chance of, if you get a degree in film, it encompasses not only the creative part of it, there's also the technical part. There's the academic part of it, the critical part of it, there's the creative part of it, and then there's the nitty-gritty technical, how to set up a camera and how to do lighting and whatever. And I feel like there's so much more opportunities in that field than just straight writing. And I could be wrong. You can please roast me in the comments if I am wrong. What do I know? I've only had a few years in the workforce myself. But anyway, I do have to go now, and I will continue this later. This is part 1, and we shall get to what I learned in film school, what it is, what it's not, and whether I would recommend it to somebody. So, see you in a few hours.